Electrical installation for single-phase wiring, or what is commonly referred to as domestic house wiring, is very important in terms of how it is executed by a wiring electrician. In many cases, you find that an electrician may commit common electrical mistakes while executing this work. It is therefore very, very important for an electrician to factor in the size of the cables as well as the safety gadgets or devices that are used in a consumer unit. Wiring requires professionalism in the sense that it is not about beauty alone, but it is also about the electrical integrity of that installation. While in the ceiling, the conduits must be laid in the manner that they will protect the electrical installations that will be installed. Wiring a single-phase installation or in a house wiring requires you to be very careful from the start, meaning you lay conduits, ensure that the cables are the correct size and the insulation is perfect. In this manner, it will be able to protect the installation, the property, as well as the dwellers in the manner that they will be very safe from any electrical shocks as well as any hazards that are caused due to fires that come from electrical issues. Electricians are supposed to be very, very careful whenever executing this work. In today's video, I'm going to highlight the many ideas that you need to know, starting from pipe work all the way to fittings. This will help you in your practice. If you are a beginner electrician, it will give you a lot of ideas to be able to perform beautiful electrical wiring that is serving your customer in a manner that protects them. Selecting a wire size is very important because this means that the electrical fixtures that will be connected as well as the electrical appliances will be protected against any electrical issues. Today we'll be talking about the single phase, and in more videos to come I will also be highlighting much more about the three-phase wiring. Top boss, if you are ready to learn our today's session, kindly smash that like button. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our coming episodes. So it's yet another day. We are working on this beautiful masterpiece from our client. And in this sitting room, is it a sitting room or what? This one? Sitting room. Wonderful. That is my good friend and colleague Stanley. Says this is a sitting room, and I perfectly agree with him. Now, in this sitting room, we have this masterpiece that you can see over here. We have several lighting points. We'll have a center lighting point there, and we will also have snake light that will be running on the boards there. Snake light, and then another snake light that will be running on the side. We'll also have downlighters. The provisions have been left by our gypsum people there, as well as on the side there will be downlighters there, and a snake light and also a center lighting point. So that will make 3 circuits in this sitting room, making our work in fact very, very easy to negotiate or to definitely go around. So we are working on a TV socket there, which is definitely a provision for the area, or if our client will be coming up with the the dish or whatever, and also provision for power. So this is the dining room area, or if you would want, the dining table. My client has come up with a beautiful design, as you can see from the finish work that was done by the incredible gypsum people. Look at the paint work that is ongoing. It is out of this world. Now it is upon us as electricians to ensure that we complement the work that has been done on this beautiful masterpiece. Now, the first thing to note is that we will have a snake light running on this provision that has been placed there. Number two, we will have a center lighting point where we can have what we refer to as a chandelier. And then on those provisions there, as you can see the cable, we can have what we refer to as the down lighters, making them 3 circuits in this dining table. So this is what we do. If at all a switch has been placed at the back of the door, we'll have to create a way or see a way of modifying that. So for this one, we have created a way whereby we are able to access this switch at the other side of the door so that it can be switching the corridor lighting. And in this corridor is where we are going to apply what we refer to as a two-way switching system. Now we will have this first switching point that is here, operating multiple lighting points that we will have on this corridor. Once the client walks from that door at the far end, which is the kitchen, they are able to switch on the lights at that point, which I will show you. And they can also switch it off from this point as a different person enters the bedroom that is here, making it easier and convenient to my client to operate all of the lighting points around this corridor. So this is the bathroom. The instant shower head will definitely be installed here. And so I have ensured that this box here, which is a circular box together with a conduit, will be placed near this pipe here so that it will be easy for the instant shower head to tap its power from that point there. It is not good to have separate locations or a distance, a far much distance from this pipe all the way to the wires, because it will not look good. So as you can see, the proximity of that is simply just relative so that the work can look good. So that is how we do our work. We begin working with the end in mind so that at the end of the day, once the finishing is done and the entire project is handed over to the client, everything looks neat and makes a lot of sense. This is a common restroom, and in this restroom we have the instant shower head as well as the lighting points which will be here. It is important to take note that initially the people who are doing the drop work had placed the switches here, and this turned out to be a half wall. And so for us, we have to transfer these switches from here. We cannot have the pipes floating in the air all the way to the gypsum. It will definitely make the gypsum look very bad, and this place will look bad. So it doesn't make sense to have these switches here. So as Top Heights Electricals and Electricians, we have transferred these switches from here to a wall where it does make sense, and this wall is here. So, and this is easily accessible. As you can see, once someone opens the door, they can access the switch and switch on the lights as well as switch on the instant shower head. These are easily accessible from this door. And another important aspect is that it looks good because, as you can see, after the plaster work has been done and even the paint work, then it will make a lot of sense and the work will look neat, because what will only be visible here are the two switches. In this second bedroom, we created a switch that is easily accessed at the door. Initially, it was wrongly placed, which is at the back of this door. So we had to link this switch together with that switch that is there so that it can be able to light this lighting point that will be here. So that is essentially coming up with a two-way one lighting system. That will be very helpful because the switches will be operated independently to switch on and off the bulb or the light that will be placed or installed there.
So to prevent this scenario here from occurring, I am going to use what we refer to as saddles. Saddles will ensure that they hold this conduit or the entire conduit infrastructure in place so that it does not come out in any way and expose our cables. So I will first of all ensure that everything is intact and then use the saddle. This way I'm sure it's safe now. It cannot come out.
Another important hack is when you want to install a JB box, it is important for you to ensure that you place it where it will be firmly positioned and like just suspended, like on the wall. For the consumer unit, we already changed it from a 4-way to a 10-way consumer unit, which will accommodate a lot of features. Here we have several MCBs as well as a surge diverter and our main MCB, the main switch or the isolator as the good Americans refer to it. So we will have several of them here. Now the good thing about this consumer unit is that it will be able to accommodate a lot of circuits here as well as a very important gadget which we refer to as an SPD, a surge protective device. You can also have our isolator here or the main MCB as well as an RCD or a residual current device, which will be here. So a 10-way will accommodate so many circuits. Even in future, we can have several circuits planted here. At the consumer unit, it was obviously affected because, the pipes or rather the conduits that are coming up here for the ceiling conduit installation are fewer. So we have to add more so that we can accommodate all these circuits. And we are going to do it now. It is also important to note that conduit installation in the ceiling is important to ensure that the cables or the conductors are safe from issues such as temperatures, which are very high here, as well as rodents, which in many times will end up eating up the insulation on these cables, which now will lead to a short circuit. A short circuit can result to sparking. Now, constant sparking can result to a flame, which can end up being a fire that can consume your installation or can consume your property. Now, in order for us to prevent that, we have to use conduits. This is the master bedroom. We'll have a twin socket there. We can have a provision for what we refer to as an aerial or a TV socket, as well as a switch where we can have an alarm switch there. And then this being a master bedroom, we also have a washroom there. This washroom will have two important circuits. The lighting circuit will be supplied by this switch that will be here to switch on the lights in the bathroom. And this box that is here will definitely switch the instant shower head, a very important circuit in this electrical installation. And so we have two-way switching that will be placed there, that end, and we have that switch at the entrance. We also have an alternative socket there, which will be a twin socket to be placed there. Now this is the amazing kitchen whereby we have a great ceiling. As you can see, our good friends from Gypsum Works have done an incredible job, as you can see there. And also the painting work is ongoing but looks really amazing. I love it. I love it. Now in this setup, we have a very important circuit, which is the cooker circuit. we'll have the cooker unit there and the cooker connector down there. This kitchen doesn't have another socket outlet which will easily add to here. This is so important. The lighting system will also be fitted. We have the switching point here, the first one to get in. That one will have it just at the entrance of the door. Then we'll have another one where we put it two-way there so that the customer will have several options while accessing the light that will be there. We will have a center lighting point where we can have what we refer to as a chandelier. So my top boss, you have come to the end of part one of this video where we're talking about the house wiring, the electrical tricks that we use as electrical technicians. In the next video, I'll be sharing more. Goodbye for now. My name is John and this is Top Heights Electricals and Electricians.